Hi everyone. I was recently asked to do a video talking about the sacred ceremonials of the twin flame alchemical marriage. And so I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. It's obviously a really sacred experience, spiritual experience, and it's probably somewhat unique to every single set of twin flames. So I had shared another video previously and talked about it a little bit, and it inspired somebody to want to get a little more detail. So I'll share what I can. And I hope it doesn't sound too vague, except that, like I said, it is a really sacred spiritual experience. It's similar to, maybe seeing a ghost or an apparition. And it's one of those things where you experience it and it's meant for you. And it is a sacred ceremonial that other twins have gone through, but it might be unique to each set of twins. So anyhow, for those of you that don't know me, I have been on the twin flame journey. I was initiated by Spirit about almost 9 years ago. And it was, again, a spiritual experience. It wasn't a physical person that I met per se at first. Originally, I was given a download, and I was given visions and a remembrance of my twin flame, which I didn't know what that was at the time. And eventually, about a few months later, I ended up meeting him in the physical world, and still took a little while to understand why I had so many deep soul remembrance with him and feelings, to realize that he was the twin. Because at the time I thought it was somebody else that I was dating was my twin. I was getting the downloads and I thought it was the other person. It took a little while to work through all that and to really recognize on a soul level in every way that was the one that was made for me from a higher dimension. And so, and obviously, it's been 9 years, and so during that time, there's really been a lot of deep soul lessons that we had to go through. You probably, if you've ever heard anybody in the twin flame communities talking about this journey, it is very different from your typical, boy meets girl relationship. It's very, very, very different, and it is 1,000,000% about your soul's evolution, and about healing your spirit, and about ascension and ascending into higher dimensions. And so anyhow, as we met, we went through quite a lot of different scenarios in our journey until I finally and he came together internally and went through the internal alchemical marriage. And that came after a lot of other soul lessons that we had to experience in our journey in order to really be true to the soul and to exit the matrix system, which is designed really to trap souls and to keep twin flames apart for sacred and holy reasons. So basically, once we went through that and we had what's called the alchemical marriage, it was all done through the guidance of light beings or angelic beings. And so if you're looking to have that kind of an experience, or you're working on that type of evolution in your own spiritual journey, then you really want to just stay very close to the source, and in your own meditation or prayer, however you connect to source, and allow yourself to be guided by your high soul. And eventually, once we did go through the alchemical marriage and we had what I call ceremonials, we had gone through a lot of healing of all of our chakra system, our soul system, and our energy centers, both the masculine and the feminine polarities of our soul, and healed all those aspects, and then integrated the energy and integrated through Kundalini and Tantra meditations. And as we were through the alchemical marriage part of it, we were given ceremonials all along the way. So it's not like a one day you have this big event. It was a ceremonial process from beginning to end, as our souls are made this way. So we're actually really, in the heart of hearts, we're very much ritualistic souls. And so over time, through regular meditations and practices, in staying in union and in meditating Kundalini and Tantra, we were able to tie the knot, is what I like to call it, and it was a very sacred experience where we had healed our sexual energy that we're made of together. And so, because we were working with light beings and angelic beings, we sealed that energy in the etheric realm. So that's what those ceremonials are that I mentioned. And again, it's a very sacred, holy experience that you're guided through with light beings when you are staying in touch with your soul and you're doing your soul work and meditating and things like that. And the more that you do it, the more is revealed to you through these angelic beings. So that's really the only way to have this type of experience. It can't really be replicated in a physical reality. It's definitely a spiritual experience. So anyways, that would be part of the ceremonials that we experience. And again, it's to some degree there is a template there for twins that they experience when they're initiated, as well as what they go through in purification. And there's also somewhat of a template in the ceremonials as well, even though everybody's journey is different. So wherever you're at in your journey, just continue to meditate and seek guidance and stay in touch with your high soul, and you'll be guided through the process easily. And don't try to let other people's experiences interfere in your mind of how you're going to experience it, because it may very well be different for you. So again, it's a unique and sacred journey, and you just want to allow yourself to be guided through it so that it's smooth and pure. And that's the best I can do for you on that for now. I appreciate your questions, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.